How's it going, guys? So let's get back with another video. I'm Arlie,
I'm Mika.
and today we'll be discussing the top 5 moments.
Of Attack on Titan Season 3, Episode Midnight Sun.
And at number 5, ranking on our listing, is that of when the moment Levi is on the top of the wall staring right now at Zeke, when Zeke is basically confronting Eren. And I love this moment because there's the intent to kill and the glare in Levi's eyes, and that glare puts fear into Zeke to the point where he just gets out of there.
Yeah, he was like, sorry for everybody, but
Yeah.
God damn, like, this is your day.
This is your time. You are no longer with the team.
Ain't facing off and Levi again.
Yeah, he was we can't handle him right now.
He was like, damn, you get all these Titans already? Shit.
Yeah.
Well, you know, like, it's nice knowing your birth hole. He was a good soldier, but, you know, good warrior, as they call him, you know, but...
Yeah. And what made it worse is that after the glare, you saw the path and basically he went through, and the fact that he killed all the Titans. And then what was a nice touch is that you also saw when the redhead guy was basically saying that he basically approached the captain's body, Aaron's body.
Yeah.
You saw Levi plowing through the Titans,
Yes.
and I love that scene. And this is why this ranks at number 5 on our list.
It was funny. It's funny how he came down too. How he didn't step off the wall. He just slid down. It's like,
Yeah.
I just come with you. He just had this dead look.
The intent was to like it was like instinct to kill him. He didn't have to think about it. He wasn't thinking about killing him. It was instinct, and that was why this ranks as number 5.
Moving on to number 4.
And number 4 basically is the standoff between Levi, Eren,
And Mikasa.
and Mikasa, and the whole debate when the guy shows up with Eren's body, which is where Eren is still alive, wounded but still alive, and the decision basically to whether to give Armin or Eren the serum comes up. So the standoff is pretty nice because you see at first while Levi was very intent upon giving the serum to Armin, he did in fact, I believe he did in fact have some hope that Eren would still be living or close to alive in order to give him the serum.
Yeah, because you know, it's like once you give the serum to Armin or anybody, you know, it's really no going back.
Yeah.
So it's like what if it's like, you know, that's what he was feeling.
The whole standoff was good too.
I really liked it because it really showed what Armin meant to Mikasa and Eren.
Yeah.
Like, usually we see Mikasa jumping to save Eren. You know, not saying she has jumping to save Eren before, right? But you saw that they were both willing to take down Levi.
Yeah.
To save Armin. And for them as the younger scouts to stand against Levi, you know, it really shows how much Armin meant to them.
It had me question our part 5 though, the 5th part in top 5 or top 5. The fact that Levi wanted to basically attack Zeke, and if Levi wanted to attack Zeke, it was wondering how he planned to do it in his weakened state, because in the standoff you see basically a scene where Mikasa basically tries to basically overpowers Levi to the point where she has the sword at his neck, and she obviously recognizes that Levi isn't as strong as he normally is, because obviously he was technically be Titan and all the Titans, and obviously he a little worn down from that fight. So I was wondering how maybe Zeke and the Titan weren't going to be strong for him, the carriage Titan.
Yeah, because if you think about it, how the Titan is made, it's not really made to you can escape with it, but it's not really made to
Combat.
battle,
Yeah, it's not really. It can't get to. It's not really
as long
combat.
as Zeke was really in a position to do nothing. So as long as Levi got on top, he was all the Titan could have really do is probably shake around, trying to shake around. He couldn't really do anything.
Yeah, probably run around with him. But I like the emotions that's embedded in this basic scene, and this is where they stand up as our top 4. It's basically ranks 4 in the top list, and I believe basically the whole dynamic, the whole dreams, the aspirations, the conflict of who's more important team, and I obviously believe that Armin was more important team.
Yeah.
Because I believe for the past couple episodes, Armin has done way more than Eren in terms of strategy and getting the team through the moments. Because yes, Eren has the leadership role, he has the charisma, he can speak, he can rally people, but at the end of the day, he struggled when it came onto the plan of basically figuring out
Yeah.
whether the best what to do, the best approach when it came to dealing with the Titans. And we saw Armin excel at this in many moments because he was thinking. Armin was willing to think outside the box. And I think that Erwin's way of line of thought was very more restrictive, and that is where he could not come up with the plans Armin could have come up with basically.
It's been proven though that since the Aaron's and Armin's and their generations joined the Scouts, that they have gained a lot more knowledge on the not just because it's
because Aaron's the
yeah, but anybody, they were all there, so they could figure out. Irvin was there when all this stuff was happening too. He could have figured out, but Armin figured it out. Armin figured out who Annie was. Armin figured out that it was Berthold and Rhino who were the armored and colossal Titan. He did all the plans to get hold of them. It was like he it was all Armin.
And then not only did the plans, but all the plans succeeded.
Yeah, exactly.
So I believe you. So when they had the whole debate over who was the safe humanity, I believe that saying I did not really get what they were saying Irwin was the. I could understand why they would say it, but logically speaking, he wasn't the one and isn't the one.
His time was definitely
he has even declared it himself, because in his head his last mission was to get to the basement because he was sufficiently basically invested and believed in Armin to take over after him and Levi to basically Levi to be the captain, but Armin to start out the strategy. So Levi would lead, and then Armin would be the strategist behind it.
Yeah, but he even left Armin to take his place and give the orders. And he really was dying, leaving Armin to take his place.
Yeah, I don't know if people recognize, but on top of the wall, he didn't really know what to do.
No,
a lot of the plan wasn't him. He has some of the plan, but sending people to the death really isn't a plan. You know what I mean?
I mean, granted, the whole...
Because think about it. If Armin didn't find out how to defeat the Colossus Titan, and he sent and Erwin sent everybody to the death, they would have been outnumbered and dead. The game, it was over there. The game was done. There was no way they were winning this fight. Everything was over.
To be honest, even with Levi coming back and successfully slaughtering Zeke, let me just say, he still had the Colossal Titan D-Wade, and if Armin did get rid of him.
True.
And
we
Armin almost died.
We have a good idea of how that would have gone.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, that is our top 4 in the ranking. That is rank number 4. And this is into rank number 3. And our rank number 3 is the decision that is made. The decision Levi has to make in terms of who to give the serum to.
Yeah.
And I like basically how he was intent on giving it to Erwin. But I was not fully satisfied with the reasoning behind why it wasn't given to Erwin. Remember the whole slap the hand and because
yeah. I like the scene, and I only realized it after, because I initially thought that Erwin was somewhat conscious that he could hear what was going on, but he was too weak to respond, and he took his last strand last remaining energy to be like, no, this ain't for me. But it was kind of like lame and lackluster when he was just like in his head he was reliving the scene where he raised his hand. Like, I think they could have executed that better.
But I get that the reason it was done was to show that he was passing on to the afterlife, and Levi was basically thinking, the train of thought Levi had was that, okay, it's time for Erwin to be at peace.
Yeah,
He went through a lot of this hell. He's seen a lot of hell. And I believe the previous episodes foreshadow this because they had scenes where Erwin was looking at the bodies that he was put up on.
Asking Levi if he can see them.
And he felt responsible for a lot of the deaths that happened, and then he basically already meant to charge into death. And so more bodies upon his whole regime. And I felt like he was worn out, and then given the ability to Titan, he was worn out. You can't give a worn out guy. You can't expect a worn out guy to continue to fight because he's not going to want to fight. It's that simple.
You gotta. Also, too, is reasoning for fighting. You see, like, everybody has their reason for fighting.
Yeah.
He was close to his reason for not always in the basement.
Yeah.
You know? Who's to say when he, we gave him the Titan ability, they go in the basement, he found out. Because, at the previous episode, he was stating that's what he wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
That his dream was to reach, the basement to find no more, But who's to say when he got there that he was going to area to fight on, keep fighting.
And that was true too, because the whole idea was
too much on
the whole thing that what also played a part was the fact that when discussing the dreams, obviously Armin wanted to see the ocean, but then they also flashed to Levi talking to Erwin about his dreams, and Erwin saying that he doesn't know what he really wants to do after all this.
Yeah, after this,
so there was a lot of clashing personalities and stages of basically with Armin and Erwin stages at their lives they're in, and these stages play a big role in the decision that Levi made, and which was basically to give the serum to Armin.
Yeah.
And I agreed with the decision to give the serum to Armin.
Of course, one of the worst things to have is not just a soldier that doesn't know what he's fighting for, but a captain that doesn't know
that lost his purpose. Yeah.
What he's
captain that lost his purpose is the worst thing to have. And that is rank number 3 on our list. And now we begin into rank number 2. And rank number 2 is basically the death of Berthold.
And it was goddamn satisfying.
Yes, although it is self-explanatory why this is number 2 on the list. Some may debate it should be number 1, but it's number 2. I was very satisfied with how Berthold died. It was so
reminiscent of
the way Marco died, and I love the fact that his death was clearly stated from the beginning of the episode, because Zeke was like, this is the end for you, and then the end of the episode was the end. Because that was a wrap on Berthold's story. He was like out of there, or down in there, depending on how you look at it, But I found it funny how Berthold was screaming, "Guys, help!"
Yeah, it was like he realized he was about to be eating. He was like, "Oh, they're my friends. Hey guys, help!" I was like, "Oh god damn, my friends." Annie, Raina, yeah, like those are my friends.
I swear, in this moment, he had a Raina moment. The whole
different
personality, bipolarness, because it was like, wait, I was like, wait, did this guy forget that he was trying to kill them?
Yeah,
he was so convinced that these people are supposed to die.
Yeah, like half an hour ago, he was just like, "Would you guys just promise to die?" And it was like just half an hour or so ago.
But that still plays in the fact that they're still kids. You can't forget that they're still kids. Although in anime, everybody look the same age, but they're still kids.
How they're like mid to late teens.
I mean, adolescents, but still young. Like, not 16-year-old don't be ready for death, so to speak. You know what I mean? So yeah, you think about it.
He was ready to kill a lot of people though.
He was ready. He was ready to kill a lot of people.
That's what they said.
Yeah, but that's our number 2, and this leads us into the penultimate stage, the number 1, the best of the best, and this is the transformation of Armin into a Titan. And oh my god, I cannot stress how good of a moment this was, because it to me, it doesn't make his sacrifice seem like wishy-washy, like, oh, he coming back, his sacrifice. No, because to me, it makes it more of a triumphant moment, because it's not also another Titan ally joining the team of humanity, or the humanity within the walls. It's it's somebody who's a good strategist, who'll be able to utilize the Titan in a manner that will help humanity greater than Borho could ever utilize him ever. Because I believe Borho did not utilize the Colossus Titan to its full ability. And that's clear in some moments, and Borho was a weak person overall, so he never had the gall or the scrotum to basically handle.
In one of the recent episodes, he and Raina actually had this conversation where Raina was telling him something along the lines that, is like, what did he tell him?
I can't remember.
But, he was telling him he was always a weak person, and he kind of scorned him in a sense because of it,
He did not have what it takes, and it was clearly shown. But
the first set of balls he showed is all the bit that he gave Armin. But
this is Armin's moment, and first of all, Armin's taking that skinny, kind of malnourished. At some point, he reminds me of Annie when I first saw Annie. in terms of hair, I just see the hair.
Oh,
Yellow hair.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I understand.
And I like the moment when he pulls up invitation and everybody just crying and glad for the return of our man. Very emotional moment and a good moment to end the episode on. Good episode. So guys, that is our top 5 moments. If you like our top 5, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you do not agree with our top 5 and believe you would switch from a couple other things, maybe leave it in the comments. If you were at any moment where Hans basically and Jean are discussing the whole whether to kill right now or not. Some people like that moment and believe that should have been on the list. But it's all up to you. Let me know your thoughts, guys. We'd love to hear them. Like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. And tune in next Sunday for another top 5.
Yes. Every Sunday we'll be doing top 5 reviews on Attack on Titan. So
And bring them directly to you. This is 28 years. Signing up another video. Peace.